Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. The Sikh and Pashas Toldos, to live the way the Rebbe sees the world. So we were explaining yesterday this whole part of the difference between Yitzchak and Avram. Said, why did it say Yitzchak and Avram? Avram lived Yitzchak. Avram, why did I have to repeat it? The double language. And also showing that the Maisa of it is that because Yitzchak is the son of Avram, he's able to be successful in all these things. And then we started to explain certain things that are between Yitzchak, what's special about Yitzchak. Yitzchak, he had a bris at the right time, he had a bar mitzvah at the right time, and I'm sure he had a lot of bar mitzvah presents as well. And we see also from the Medrash, from the pasuk that it says V'yigdal hayela v'yigmo. Yes, Avram mishte gadol b'yom higamol Yitzchak. Avram made a big festival when he was gamol. Gamol means like he was weaned. So there's two different interpretations in a deeper sense. One is Hagamal, Hey Gimel, Hey is 5, Gimel is 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. On the 8th day, he was meaning the verse. And there's a different opinion that is talking about Yigamel that Shenigmal, Mi'etzahara, that he was sort of weaned, he was removed from the Eitzahara, and he had the Eitzahara. Meaning which comes to the Bar Mitzvah age where you start to have the Eitzahara kick in. That's why you have mitzvos, v'chol. Then we have the whole thing about Oig, Habashon, that everyone was invited to this Mishnah, and Oig was saying, this little guy, with my little finger, I can come and crush him. And we ended this Avram, a special child. As the Eibush said to him, Hashem said to him, he goes, from him, his generations after they're going to come again, they're going to destroy you. You think you're so great? And ultimately, we know the story about Moshe, and Moshe killed him. And now we said the specialness of Yitzchak that he had a bris at 8 days old is he made the connection with Hashem very deep. That it's above intellect, even though you have the highest level of intellect. Avram is seichel. It represents a level of seichel and rayon, an intellect that is hidden from any ideas. It's way above ideas, even, which is a very deep level. Nevertheless, Yitzchak's connection with Hashem was on a much deeper level. It was above intellect totally. Not the deepest level of intellect, above intellect. After Daled. Yeshna Chakira b'Sfarim. There's like an argument, discussion in Sfarim. In mitzvahs milah, he mitzvahs shaitim b'lvad. Meaning the question is like this. When a person has a bris milah, and a boy and a child has a bris milah, does that mitzvah constantly stay with him? Is he constantly, so to speak, fulfilling a mitzvah of bris milah, or did it happen once and then it's done? And this is sort of the discussion. Or has a continuation, it's a constant thing. Sipur v'Gemara says in the Gemara, David, the base of Merchatz, David goes into the bathhouse, he goes to take a shower. He sees himself naked. Below mitzvahs, meaning not just physically naked, which I'm sure he saw, but it means spiritually. He looks at himself, he's meditating, whatever it is he's thinking, he's machshavas, and he's like, hey, I'm naked of mitzvahs. I don't have any mitzvahs with me. But then he remembers he has a bris. He sees he has a bris. He's like, I have this mitzvah, I'm good. Which implies that the mitzvah is a constant thing. That even though he's way older, he's already David, the famous David, but nevertheless, the mitzvah that he did when he was 8 days old, or that was done to him when he was 8 days old, still continues with him. Yeah. So which implies that it's a constant mitzvah, that is still happening now. So what does this mean practically? In simple English, even though when we had a bris, when 8 days old, the boy has a bris 8 days old, and he has a connection that's built with Hashem. It doesn't mean, in a spiritual sense, it doesn't mean that the mitzvah is done and it's finished. We had a bris, it's done. But we're saying, like we learned from Dora Mel, that the mitzvah is constant. And that connection that we built with Hashem back then continues and continues going. And person really become an intellectual person. Not like when they had the bris at 8 days old. It's required from the person, when he shares by and stays within the person, he's kashrus, a connection and a covenant with Hashem. Just like it was when he had the bris at 8 days old. His kashrus l'mayli tamidas, a connection with above reasoning, meaning everything like this. There's a discussion in the Gemara whether the bris is a constant mitzvah or it's a one-time thing. So the Rebbe is saying the question really is: did the bris achieve an accomplishment? Is the accomplishment of the bris something that lasts forever with us? The connection that we have with Hashem, is it a constant or is it a one-time thing?
No.
See, this perfect in the Gemara that it's a constant thing from David. That's constant, and therefore, meaning in a spiritual sense, the connection we have with Hashem, that covenant we made with Hashem, and that is kashrus, is always there. We just have to bring it out, but it's there. Yeah, key because kasher is kashrus teluya umus emes lakara sichlis, because when the connection, like we said in last week's or 2 weeks ago, when the connection is an intellectual connection, it has a limitation. Our intellect is the limiting force behind it. Whether it's very superficial, whether it's a little deeper, ultimately it's mugbalasi, it's limited. Because it's limited to our understanding. And that's the whole mila we said 2 weeks ago about the bris. That's the essential connection that's built. That's above everything. Therefore, it's required by a person. Meaning, even though they're much older now, they're past the age of the bris, past the age of having that covenant that was above reasoning. But now we have reasoning. Nevertheless, we still have to liskashim Hashem, mitzvos nefesh, Hashem, mitzvos nefesh, Kabbalah's earl, and Kabbalah's earl, shehi l'mayla mitam v'das, way above reasoning. Meaning Kabbalah's earl, above reasoning in the sense that you're not doing it because of a reason. Kabbalah's earl is not, let me understand why I should do this and I should do it. Kabbalah's earl is, I do it because I want to be connected to Hashem, and Hashem is the boss, and I do what the boss wants from me. That's Kabbalah's earl. And so we have to train ourselves. What we're saying, we have to realize that the connection that we have from what happened way back when by the bris that built the connection, that didn't happen and finished, continues happening. But it gets covered over. We have to make sure that it's not being covered over. That's what we're saying. Okay. B'shar she'erech Avram es hamishta, when Avram made the festivities for either the bris or the bar mitzvah, the Yom Gamos Yitzchak, the covered his kashrusay. So Yitzchak came HaKadosh Baruch Hu in honor of the connection Yitzchak had with Hashem. Im shal bris elam, the milah, whether we're talking about it was a bris. Vim shel ani hayom laticha bar mitzvah. We're talking about it as a bar mitzvah. The celebration was the connection that he had to Hashem. Hari av she'oig melech habashim la agla beliboy v'his yamer. Even though you have love on, not love on, you have Melech HaBashan is coming, and in his heart he's saying, I'm going to destroy this little kid. I'll do it if I want. And I have the power to destroy him. Loi bilvad, and he's very strong. Loi bilvad, shadava loi hevi l'rifai yadim. Not only did he not actually do anything, on the contrary, Yomi Gamal Yitzchak Nechgag, the Mishta Gadol, he celebrated Mapalasa Shaleg, followed us. The downfall of Og started then. But the Buroi Shalakash Baruch Hu Shechashav Maisa Nema Loim Az Yipro Bidei Yitzei Chalatza Shal Yitzchak. It's such a beautiful thing. It's saying what happens, the festivities happen. celebrating. We're celebrating that Oig. We're celebrating that Yitzchak is either bar mitzvah or bris, and Oig in his mind is big, strong, powerful. And we're going to discuss even more practical what it means tomorrow. He's so big and powerful and he's strong, and he's saying, I can destroy this. In his heart, he's saying, I can destroy this kid, and it'll be the end of the Jewish people. And not just that doesn't happen, not just that he's there, but ultimately Hashem says to him, they're going to destroy you. You think you're going to destroy them? They're going to destroy you. And remember, you can already, and I'll let you guys think about it for tomorrow. How can we express this in ourselves in the day-to-day life? But also just to recap it, to make sure we have it clear, that the day of the Yitzchak, the whole celebration is Yitzchak's connection with Hashem, a deep Lamayim Mitam V'das connection. And ultimately we said, but when we get older, we had the whole discussion whether the bris is a one-time thing or a constant thing. And ultimately we're learning from the story with David is that it's a continuation, it's a constant thing. And therefore, the connection that we have with Hashem that was built, which is a Lamayim Mitam V'das, above reason intellect, when we were young, that connection stays. We have to bring it out, but it's there. And we have to bring it out by mitzvos nefesh and by Kabbalah soul and doing and our connection. And this is very similar to that simply we said 2 weeks ago, that our connection with Hashem is not based on our intellect. Now, of course, we should understand what we're doing, but we shouldn't limit our fulfillment of mitzvahs based on our understanding. Why do we do mitzvahs? Because Hashem told me to. I am one with Hashem. I have that essential connection. Now, let me learn. Because ultimately, we also have to teach a nefesh Bahamas. We have to get ourselves involved. That's Kabbalah soul. Kabbalah soul is not from the nefesh l'kis. The nefesh l'kis is muchan, he's ready to go. But they have nefesh Bahamas. So our job is to really take nefesh Bahamas along with us. But this is what we're saying. And even though you have an oig, there's an oig, Melech HaBashan, that is a powerful person, and he's strong, and with one little finger, he can destroy you. Or he thinks he can destroy you. God tells him, you think you can destroy them? They're going to destroy you. And tomorrow we'll discuss to bring it down even further. The first thing that we're learning practically is that this idea of a bris is that the way we connect with Hashem is not limited to our intellect and it's above our intellect. We have to realize it's an essential connection. And yeah, that's the vibe. And tomorrow we're going to explain how to bring that out in our day-to-day lives. It's Hashem. Thursday, and then including on Friday. Thank you very much. Have a great day.